Hello friends of our YouTube channel called If This Car Could Talk. Today is a very momentous occasion because it marks our 100th episode. We've also surpassed our minimum 1,000 subscriber goal and have reached over 7,700 total watched hours. For that, both Dana and I say a heartfelt thank you to all of our supporters, friends, subscribers, and feature car owners. Without every one of you, we could never have accomplished this impressive goal.
We're looking forward to continued growth and have some incredible features coming up that we know you'll enjoy. We love you all and really enjoy bringing you these fun and informative videos. We love cars, but more importantly, the people that own them and the passion they have for their cars. It's been inspiring to see how each feature car has gotten to the point that we presented them. We know that several owners are continuing to make improvements to their rides or have new projects since we first met. We ask that if you live within a 4-hour drive of Phoenix and have a special car with a great story you'd like us to feature, just drop us a line so we can discuss it. If you have a show in your area that's going to have at least 75 cars, let us know as well, because we're starting to feature some of the bigger shows, and this is how we find future video stars.
So sit back and enjoy today's feature of who we can say, without fear of contradiction, is one of the most talented and humble people we've ever met. Ernie Adams is a world-class craftsman who never had any formal training in building cars, replicating parts, and accurately scaling down a real car to one of his miniatures. When you see what Ernie has accomplished and how he does everything himself, you'll be impressed as well, and hopefully inspired to visit his Dwarf Car Museum, found about an hour's drive south of Phoenix, Arizona. The museum gets lots of visitors and has been featured on several TV shows.
Without any further delay, here's Ernie to give you the scoop on his unique enthusiasm for replicating fully functional, scaled-down classic cars. Now, let's go for a ride.
My name's Ernie Adams. I was born and raised in Nebraska. I moved out to Arizona in 1971. I moved on this property in 1998. So I've been here 23 years now. But I remember when I was a kid, I looked out the window, a train come by our house, and I looked out the window and there laid an old refrigerator in the weeds. Didn't have a door on it, laying down, and it had a tire swing laying by it, and it reminded me of a miniature touring car with a black fender. So when I got old enough, got married, and had some extra time, I decided I wanted an antique car, and I couldn't afford one. We lived in a trailer park where I didn't have room for one, so I thought about that refrigerator laying in the weeds, and I gathered up 9 refrigerators and built a car out of refrigerators. So that was a start of the dwarf cars. Then off of that, I created the dwarf race cars. Did that for about 10 years, built hundreds of them and sold them. But then I decided, after making a bead roller for the body of the race cars, I could make another set of dies and build a street legal car. So I built a 39 Chevy 2-door sedan first. I licensed it in 1992. Then I built a 42 Ford convertible ragtop with a whole hydraulic top and everything. That was my second car. I licensed it in 99. Then I built a 49 Mercury. I licensed it in 2009. Then I built a hillbilly car right after that. It only took about 3 months. Got everything from soup to nuts in it. And a functional wood-burning stove in the back seat. Then I built a 34 Ford 2-door sedan next, and I didn't put paint on it. I just left it rusty so you can see the bare metal. Then I built a 40 Mercury chop-top coupe after that. It's got air conditioning, electric quarter windows. And then next I built a 32 Ford 3-window coupe, put a 4-cylinder Hemi in it. Then I built, the last one I built was a 1904 Oldsmobile. It's got Campbell Soup logo on it. Now there's 6 of these cars, street legal, licensed, insured. It takes right at 3,000 hours to build one start to finish as far as working hours on it. Right now I'm building a 41 Chevy 2-door sedan, and I'm working with a guy in the same room there is building a Chevy ragtop. They'll have all functional top and everything. Impala Super Sport. We get our size from pictures. The first one I built, I wanted to build an early American body style that would be the proper size for a 145/80 R12 tire, 12-inch tire and wheel. And when I brought the 616 tire down to match this tire I wanted to use for the car, it shrunk the body with the picture, and it ended up making a 39 Chevy 80-inch wheelbase. So then the next one I done, 49 Mercury, I just brought it back to the same wheelbase, and it ends up almost exactly 11/16 the size of the real car. We've got a bunch of Tonka toys that an Indian code talker back in World War II, I understand he collected them, and then they were handed down to his relatives and then his relatives, and they finally ended up giving them to us because it didn't mean that much to them. So we displayed what we had room for. My favorite car is the 34 Ford 2-door sedan without any paint on it, because back in the day we were driving old cars like that, you know, and we was out hunting for girls. We didn't care about the car. But it ends up being a nice car because people can see the bodywork without no paint on it. I like getting out and driving the cars. I've driven, I've been from here to Des Moines, Iowa with one. I've been to Chicago and back with one. I've been to James Dean Run in Fairmount, Indiana. You know, they get out and get around. Been over to California with them. I've been stopped twice by the law, both times in California, and then when they get done checking you out and your insurance, your license and everything, and then they put their hands out and say, I guess I just want to see the car. The law stopped me, and the guy got out of his car and he walked up. I was driving the 49 Mercury. He got down on his knees and looked in the window. He said, this is the first time I ever had to get on my knees to talk to somebody in the car. We started this museum. Well, it kind of was here when I moved here 23 years ago, and people kept coming in here, and finally the kids, knowing I'm getting old, I'm 80 now, they said, Dad, what are you going to do with your cars when you're dead and gone? I said, hell, I don't know. Sell them, take the money and run, you know. Don't keep running like I do. And they said they had talked it over, the 3 boys, and they said, we'd like to see them all stay together. Let's build a room on the back of your shop and keep them all together. I said, fine with me, I don't care, you know. I don't want to sell them as long as I'm alive. So we built a room back there, and then when they started putting out other things, you know, that stuff that Jeff never got thrown away, people come in and they say, oh, this is just like a museum. So in 2011 we had it registered as a nonprofit museum. We've had people from I think 61 different countries here now. And we've had Jay Leno been here and filmed, and Dennis Gage has filmed, and Brad Garrett was here. We've had a few important people here.
Be sure to give this video the thumbs up and share it with everyone you know. Please feel free to leave a comment about this special 100th edition video or anything else that's on your mind. We always appreciate your comments and we read every one of them. Next Sunday, join us here again for a feature on a home-built 1970 Dodge Dart hot rod. It's a beauty and has an owner we've seen on the channel before.